Hi,
I,
and the first question is who is Bats in everyday life?
it's Will Weasel. It's me. It's just me. There's a lot of people that think I'm a full band, but it's not. It's just me. So.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, and why did you choose Bats name?
It was sort of a mix of different things, but originally I had it as like a song title or an album title lying around, but when this project started, it was like the perfect sort of thing to put the name on, and it's sort of like from a love of water and then a love of bathing and all this other stuff, so there's that, and then it has a whole bunch of other connotations, like cleanliness and health and all this other stuff, so it's very fitting.
Okay. So when did you start to play this kind of music and why?
I started recording, just like recording music in general around the time I heard Bjork for the first time, which was 6th or 7th grade for me, and I'm trying to remember what age that is. I think I was like 14 or 15, and like it was, I heard her music and fell in love with it and that whole aesthetic. So when I started making music, it was already sort of like electronic, and I was incorporating strange sounds and stuff. That's like how it always happened. Like I was classically trained on piano, and then there was a break, and then I heard Bjork, and when I started writing music, I only wrote it sort of in that way, like with all the other stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are your main influences?
Well, Bjork.
Only Bjork.
Only Bjork. Bjork, and then sort of her, like the web of people that she's worked with, like all of her producers and the music associated with it, like the label Warp Records, and there's this label More Music, whose early catalog I'm obsessed with, and Lollipuna, and then the album Alligator by The National. It's like a big thing for me. So like
one of my favorite bands.
Yes, they're amazing. That album in particular is like
Alligator is fantastic.
Yes, so good. So I mean, it's all over the place, but I say Bjork because it starts with her and it goes outward from there. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in your opinion, what was the best show you played since you started playing music?
In life?
In life.
Ever?
As Bats.
Yeah, as Bats. It would actually have to be one of the very first shows I ever played in Los Angeles. It was like when I was just sort of figuring that out, like the little machine thing, like when I was just learning it. I played a New Year's Eve party at my friend's house, and it was like the last big party they ever had, because they didn't know how much it would wreck their house and all this stuff. So it was like 500 people in a room that became so sweaty you couldn't even take pictures. And it was like the first time anybody had heard that music of mine, so it was like everybody I knew in Los Angeles drunk as hell, and like hearing that stuff for the first time, so people were just like screaming at me, and it was like I would do anything. I would
as
just,
a rock star.
Yeah, it was like super rock star, and it was like I was not expecting that, so it was like super memorable. Like I've never forgotten that show.
Okay. And how important are computer to your music? Do you record any instrument, or it is all digital?
It's all digital, but I mean, I record instruments, but digitally. So computers are essential to my process. But I mean, if I didn't have computers, there are other things I could do. Like I do play piano and guitar, and I sing and all this other stuff. But it's like it's just a very helpful tool, especially like if you're doing music by yourself, but you want to record a sound that's bigger. It's like a computer enables you to have all those other instruments, and like all the ideas you have, you can expand and make things larger. So for me, it's sort of essential, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do your music have any relation with other kind of art, as film, books, anime, cartoons?
Yeah, cartoons are huge for me. I may have heard that somewhere, I don't know, but I'm obsessed with cartoons and animation and film, all of that stuff, definitely. And like a lot of music, when I'm writing it and lyrically, I try and like make a little atmosphere around the song. That's sort of the idea, is to musically paint a picture, I guess. As cheesy as that sounds, but that's like,
Okay. And What do you think about the other dubstep electro artists, just like Burial, Fortet, Bjork, James Blake?
I like all of those guys. I don't like dubstep. I don't like dubstep. Like the wah 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 wah. I'm not. I don't. It's too much for me, and it's way too loud and like abrasive. I like James Blake, however, and Fortet and Burial and all of that, where it's like melodically inclined and there's like intelligence going into it, and it's beautiful.
Intelligence electro music.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
Not
like it.
dance electro music.
No. Well, dance can sometimes be smart. Like Fortet is sometimes very dancey, but it's very
intelligent.
Yeah, intelligent and heartfelt and all this other stuff. So when it's a perfect balance between all of those things, that's what I like. But when it's like hardcore dubstep and it's just like blah, 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 and like as loud as possible, that's like I'm not into that. Yeah.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah. Fantastic.
And what is your relation between the Los Angeles music scene, music bands?
I don't know. It's like the thing is, I've always lived there, so I don't really have like a full comparison with other places. But it's just been very open-minded for me. Like it's like any sort of. Hold on, let me take something out of my mouth. Sorry. Any sort of band that you want to have in LA, there's like an audience for it.
Yeah.
Like there are bands, friends of mine, who just make like crazy noise music that's just like very loud and all that sort of thing. There's a whole club sort of ready for that sort of music. It's people who have rock bands, people who have purely electronic and all this other stuff. I think it's like you can do anything, which is kind of why LA is so special. It's very open-minded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any particular project for the end of 2011? Will you release something?
Yeah, I have a couple of things coming up. Like I have a collaboration I'm doing with this guy Sura, who might actually just go by Ryan York now. I think we're going to work on something. And then I have, hopefully, I'm going to do another album as Geotic, which is like my ambient sort of thing. I want to do another one of those. But the next full Baths album is not going to be until 2012. Because I haven't even started working on it yet. And I have a lot of ideas that I want to bring to fruition, so it's going to take a little while.
Okay. Yeah. And the last question is, your gig here in Matatoio is presented by Node Festival.
Yeah.
An important meeting point of Carpi, of Emilia Romagna. And what are you feeling about the opportunity to be here in this kind of festival? Do you have any feeling?
I do. I'm really excited. I'm from. There was somebody named Filippo.
Yeah.
Who he was going to like release something of mine as Geotic a while ago, and we talked, and he told me that he was putting on this festival and all this stuff. So that got me really excited. And I've heard like Finez has played this festival and everything, and there's a lot of stuff I was geeking out on about it. So I'm really excited, and this is all I've seen of it is this room. So I don't have a full impression of it, but I'm excited to see like what it brings and how it's going to be.
And this is really important. Okay, this is the end.
Okay, fantastic.
Fantastic.
Good to talk to you.